so let's give some backstory. This is important backstory.
Yeah.
We were given the schedule to this event hours ago.
Got it right here.
Right there. And it listed a special 10 p.m. panel tonight.
What's that say?
Mega 64 Night of Mischief, parentheses, Halloween panel.
Wow.
I have no idea what that means. I did not write that. It was presented to me as, oh yeah, Night of Mischief, Halloween panel. I don't know what that means. What
mischief encompasses so many things.
There's so many things that can be mischievous. But we were told that's what we were doing. See, we have like our main panel tomorrow.
That's right.
Where we're going to show videos and stuff. And then on Sunday, we're doing a podcast.
Yep.
Tonight, I don't know what this is. I have no clue what this is.
It's going to be mischievous stuff.
So, we thought we would just do candid discussion. This is going to be kind of like a low-key panel. Low-key, chill. I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna sit on the front of the stage.
Yeah, let's sit down.
Yeah,
I like that.
Screw it. Okay.
This is, we want to bond with you, the audience.
Now we're just bros.
This is like a primer for the weekend.
Yeah, so we're just gonna chill, but we could still talk about scary stuff.
Well, yeah.
We thought the theme of this could be just scary stuff. I literally just said that. But I really want to
like scary stories to tell in the dark?
Well, like favorite scary movies, favorite, whatever. Just a candid discussion.
We could talk about scary games because that would keep it in the video game universe.
Yeah. Garrett plays a lot of those.
Yeah, I do like scary games. Kevin here, our cameraman, really enjoys scary games. I've recently seen video of him playing PT in pitch black darkness at our studio, which is haunted at 3 in the morning.
Our studio is haunted. We have this, our new studio that we got in the last year, I guess, it was an old like music studio from decades ago.
Yeah, your dad took piano lessons there?
Yeah, when I showed it to him for the first time, he's like, I want to see your new place. And I took him in there and he just went, I had a recital in here, and I was a little boy. It was like, we had the weird, and we had events there and stuff. We have, every now and then we'll have a bunch of people over or whatever, and there's someone we know that dabbles in like...
occultism?
Well, we all do that. But it's like there's kind of a self-proclaimed like medium kind of person, like they can like feel energy and stuff like that. And they came over for something, and they were the whole time they were like, "Are you okay?" It's like, "Oh, I feel something here. I feel something."
Which I didn't believe. I'm kind of like, I'm a little iffy on the whole medium thing.
I don't know either. But
they had like a shiver up their spine. For sure.
But I've been there late at night a lot, like just editing or whatever, and it's just like something hits the thing above me, or it sounds like a ton of shit falls over, and then I go up there and nothing's moved.
Noises.
Like, what?
For sure, I hear noises all the time when I'm there alone at night.
Yeah.
And this is gonna fuck your head up. Because I start getting this fear and paranoia going up and down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, if a ghost pushes me, I break my neck, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And now I can't get that thought out of my head walking up or down the stairs. I'm like, wait for the push. Catch yourself if the ghost pushes you.
Wait, that was gonna fuck with my head?
Well, yeah, because now
I thought you were gonna say like there's like a spider up there.
No.
That's what fucks with me.
But I've got
rats and spiders.
I've got that in my head now, and I avoid going up the stairs when I'm there alone at night because I don't want to die.
Oh yeah. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, but ghosts can push you, and then you fall and break your neck.
Or it could be like Ghostbusters, they like have sex with you, or whatever that was. What was that?
Oh, when they undo Ray's hands.
Yeah, it could be like that. So 50-50.
His belt comes undone. That's a cool trick.
Yeah, that was a cool trick.
Yeah.
That was the one part missing from Ghostbusters 2016.
Yeah, why didn't what was that lady's name in that? Let's just play the scenario out in our head. Yeah, why didn't Kristen Wiig?
Dunst. Oh, Wiig, yes, that's what I
She should have, there should have been a scene there where Melissa McCarthy and her are I don't know, sleeping in the Ghost Castle.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Ghost Castle.
Ghost Castle.
Where do the Ghostbusters operate out?
Yeah, the Ghost Castle.
Ghost Castle.
Yeah, the headquarters, the firehouse.
Oh, Wig's blouse blows up in some way.
Oh, no.
There's like a specter there.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
We'll
talk to Paul Feig after.
We'll talk to Paul Feig after, definitely. But anyway, Favorite, okay, yeah, so we have encountered, going back to why we brought this up in the first place, we've encountered Kevin, I had to think of your name for a second.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
We found you in the studio before with all the lights off. We thought there was no one there, and he was by himself playing PT in the dark, which is like...
Which is scary, just discovering
You're
that.
screwed up, yeah,
That's
you're
the best
screwed
way to
up.
play it.
When you discover him playing in the dark,
Yeah.
you don't, because we didn't see him, we just heard
Yeah.
the noise and like, something's on. What?
Yeah.
No one's here. What's on? PT's on. The worst thing you could have on in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I agree. So, Kevin, would you say, is that your favorite scary game of all time?
Yeah, that is definitely my favorite scary game ever.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
It's out there.
And it's not even a full game.
It's a demo.
It's really good.
Teaser.
Best demo ever.
I know.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was the best demo ever.
Show of hands. Has anyone not played PT in the room? Okay, a few. So what you gotta go do is now buy a used PS3,
PS4.
PS4, excuse me.
Buy a used PS3 anyway.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's good games.
backwards compatible, good system.
PS3 was so backwards compatible it plays PS4 games. That was really forward thinking of it.
You asked me the other day what would it take for me to buy the next Xbox, the Scorpio.
Yeah.
I said, well, if it plays PS5 games, I'll be there.
But yeah, what would you say is your favorite scary game of all time?
Hands down, favorite scary game is the first Resident Evil.
Really, the
And-
original.
But I have I have such an interesting, the first time I played that game,
Yeah.
I was in a big, that game takes place in like a big abandoned mansion with all these monsters kind of roaming around.
Yeah.
I was with a friend after a hockey game, and we were gonna go hang out. His dad was house sitting, which is so. If you are asked to house sit, the last thing you should do is have your friend and half his hockey team over to just fucking party in this house. But we all went over and stayed the night at some really big estate that was totally unsupervised from parental. In what would it be? Parental? Well, fuck parental. So they were gone. So we were sitting there playing Resident Evil for the first time. It had like just come out on PlayStation 1. And I was playing it in an old, kind of abandoned, creepy estate.
Yeah.
And I remember just like gelling with that game. Like immediately, like I couldn't find the handgun.
You played it in the right settings.
Yeah. Set and setting were perfect there. And I remember getting no weapons. You just start out with a knife. And I was going around the mansion just not understanding how to play. And I was trying to kill all the zombies with a knife. And my friends were like, dude, you gotta find a gun. You can't do this with a knife. I kept dying over and over again.
Oh man.
And he taught me how to get good. And from there, I like fell in love with that franchise. I remember I got the game when I got home, it was like, all right, I need a PlayStation and I need a copy of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I did. I got that director's cut that Christmas, and then the jump scares in that game, which I typically don't like in games, but there's a hallway you come around, and the Cerberus, the dogs jump through the window.
What were they called again?
Cerberus. How do you say it?
Cerberus. Right?
Cerberus.
I used to think, when I was younger, I thought it was Cerebrus. Like it was the X-Men, psychic thing or something.
Yeah. Is it not Samus either?
Oh, God.
No.
All right. Well,
Samus and Borat, you thought it was Barat.
Barat.
I love Barat. We were like, what is this?
my favorite comedy, Barat.
Anyway.
When those dogs jump through the windows, there's so many just oh shit moments where I lost it, and that imprinted something into my mind. It became my favorite franchise, my favorite horror game.
Yeah.
Nothing really has topped that. PT's good. I will give Kevin.
Yeah, PT was scary as hell. That was probably one of the scariest ones that I played.
But it was just being in a house set up alone.
Yeah.
And it was fucking scary at night. And playing that game in a room in the darkness, like, what was that? I heard a bump outside. And to this day, when I play survival horror games, any Dead Space, Silent Hill, any of those games, I can't play them during the day.
Oh, yeah.
To this day, I just don't enjoy those games when the sun's up. I only play them at night, and I only I have to lock all the doors and make sure no one can get me.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think for me, the game that, I've probably played scarier stuff, but I always will love Resident Evil 4 because that was my personal favorite level of scary, because it's not like shadows and flashlights and things jumping out. Like, that is like too stressful for me. But RE4, it's just, oh my God, where am I? What am I gonna do? How do I get out of here? I can't understand what anyone's saying. I don't know where I should go. It felt like they really, yeah.
Go ahead, no.
Yeah, you hear the whispering, and you, it feels like a real place you could go. They designed it so well. It just felt like, I don't know. So I really like that, but.
You should visit Spain.
Yeah.
The Spanish countryside.
I will, and just get lost.
Join a cult.
Right, sounds good. Something that scared me though in a game when I was a kid really bad, and this is gonna sound so dumb, but things that would scare me as a kid were things like if a game, I don't know how to describe this, but it's something that felt like this shouldn't be happening,
like
and
creepy.
I have to like put this down. I don't know why this was so psychologically like it messed with me.
Yeah.
And now it's relevant again because they just remade the game.
Right.
But Link's Awakening, when you would steal something from the store, remember people figured out that you could steal an item from the shopkeeper. Like if you ran quick enough, you could make it around him. But if you went back into the store after that, he would be like, "Why did you do that? Why did you take that from me? You didn't think I would find out?" And he like kills you, he shoots you. When I was a kid, that was like, oh no, oh God, oh turn that off, turn that off. It was like I shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean?
Because the shopkeeper is supposed to aid you on your quest.
But for some reason, Nintendo themselves, they're not known for making scary stuff.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
have you seen Luigi?
Yeah. Well, hey, Luigi's something else.
Freaky stuff.
But for some reason, Nintendo always found little ways to terrify me. Like that was one, and then when you continue the game, they would keep calling you thief, a thief.
Oh.
It was just like, oh no. But the other one was Mario 2.
This is what I thought you were going
when
to say.
the bird door and you would go through, and then at the end of the game, one of them just flies off and fights you.
Yeah, because it's so not what you're expecting.
Yeah. And I have to say, they did it again. Did you beat the Zelda DLC?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna say what happens at the end of the Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC in case anybody cares.
Yeah, plug your ears.
But they did the same thing there. When you go to all the shrines and you have like the mummified dudes, like,
oh my God,
I'm gonna hand you an orb or whatever. You get to the end of the DLC, I'm gonna give you one. If you've earned it, and it just gets up and like starts pulling, it's like, oh my God, they did it to me again.
I never saw one of those.
I'm like in my 30s now, and I'm going, no, I don't want to fight this. I have to, no, stay away. Like it was that same, you know what I mean? Like there's something psychologically powerful about like something you depend on, like a safe thing coming at you. You know, like I don't know, that unnerved me. That really.
When you said it was something that like freaked you out, but it's kind of lame. I really thought you were going to talk about, was it Super Mario 64 and the eel?
Oh, that eel! Oh, anything underwater like that, I hate that.
The big eel, that to me always I thought was funny. Like, why are you scared of the eel?
Yeah. Was anyone else scared of the eel? Oh, I was.
You guys.
I was praying that someone else would raise their hand because if no one did, I was going to be like, oh, that thing. I would go down there and see that thing. And go, oh no, off. No.
When you got called, thief and you were killed by the shopkeeper, did you really like, all right, I'm turning it off? Like
no, it was just like, ooh, because it gave me the creeps.
The first Silent Hill did that to me. Was it the first Silent Hill or Silent Hill 2 where you'd walk in? I think it was Silent Hill 2. You'd walk into an apartment complex where all of the mailboxes are, and then there'd be like a little baby ghost that walks around on the floor. That's one?
That's one.
That was one?
Yeah, it walks around on the floor and you're like, oh shit, enemy. Boom, boom. Nothing's happening. Oh, it walked into the wall. It's gone.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, and it's just there to fuck with you. And it comes into the room, turns around and leaves. And it's like, I don't even know. And I remember turning this off, like, I don't know if this game's for me.
Oh, yeah. I never played the Silent Hill games. I never did.
I bought it based on the Metal Gear Solid ad.
Oh, yeah.
The back of the
it was
Metal
in the
Gear
cover.
Solid, the instruction manual had this picture of the CG render of, what was her name, CJ? Or the copy?
Sybil.
Sybil, yeah.
Sybil.
And I was just like, I've never seen graphics this good. Pre-ordered.
Yeah.
At EB Games.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace.
That's even
No, are they still in Canada?
Yeah, they might still be.
What would you guys say is your favorite, like, What is the vote for scariest game? What would you guys say?
I like Until Dawn.
It's like Until Dawn.
Until Dawn. You got
Sorry.
I'm gonna say Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill series.
Fatal Frame?
Fatal Frame's good.
How many people would say like Silent Hill series, like just in general? Raise your hand. Okay, what about Resident Evil series? Okay, let's split it.
Yeah.
A little heavier towards Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Amnesia.
Amnesia.
I love the take
It's scary.
Oh, Amnesia. What was that? I can't remember that.
First person.
Is it a first-person game?
Yeah, it's a something's after you and you have to hide.
Isn't Amnesia Dark Descent?
There's, I think, that,
Is
yeah.
that what it is? I know that title, but I never played it.
You never
What's
saw
that?
a Swedish guy play it.
Oh, okay. What were you saying?
Dark Descent, just gorgeous. The blood, the dark. It was just any
Really?
amnesia game where it pretty much just screws you. And
Has you.
Yeah.
I love
Psychological.
that. So it's like, ooh, no happy ending.
That's great. What's that?
Outlast?
Outlast? Yeah, the Outlast
I tried
games.
that.
See, those had a lot of jump scares, so I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I'm too jumpy.
I was so bad at Outlast because
Yeah.
the guy would find me I couldn't hide from him.
Yeah.
Evil Within.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Oh, Evil Within, honorable mentions, because you got the Shinji
Oh, yeah.
Mikami.
Yeah, I kind of felt like Evil Within, I felt like was kind of trying to throw too many things at me. It was like, go in here, blood, there's a guy with a chainsaw, what? It's like, I'm 5 minutes into this game. Every cliche has been thrown at me,
That was a
but,
lot better.
oh yeah, that's what I
Two's
heard.
fun too.
Yeah, but, what's that?
The first Dead Space.
Yeah, the Dead Space series, that's another one that I never really played.
That's
And I
due-
always wanted to.
That's due for a remake or a remaster.
Yeah, you would think they would have done that.
EA.
But it's EA, right? So they're probably just
Yeah.
they don't care. It's like, it's not gonna make us enough money.
It'll be another DLC.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember everyone was dreading Dead Space 3. Remember when that was happening? It's like, it's co-op, it's not gonna be as good. No, we promise, it'll be every bit as good. Then it came out.
Did
and it
that
was like,
come out?
Yeah.
It's like-
yeah.
It was so
We did a video about it, didn't we? We did, Gary Scarinopoulos was the character.
I do like
I kept
this
saying it was
video.
gonna be good, but yeah.
You got another one?
Yes, I got 3 video games that
Oh,
are
wow.
not horror games, but they do have some scary elements.
Okay, yeah.
One of which affected me on a real life level.
Okay.
We can fit it in.
The first game that really freaked me out was Metal Gear Solid 2, where the Colonel
Yeah.
starts acting crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great example. That's a great example.
A good example
Terrifying.
of a game who's not really intent on scaring you, but
Yeah.
that part really is like,
Yeah, it was
I've got
scary.
scissors, 66.
Yeah, so that's another one, like you trust,
61.
but that's another great example of like you trust him, and then it's like, oh no, what's happening? You know, that I can see it.
Another example of a good game it's a war game, like a
Yeah.
World War II game called Medal of Honor Underground.
Yeah.
There's one mission where you go in there
Yeah.
and you're basically in Heimlich Himmler's like secret fortress or something.
Okay.
Like
Dude.
And also what happens in there is you see these knights just standing there and you think they're just decorations.
Oh, God.
And then they come alive and start attacking.
Oh, yeah.
And then the third game that really got to me was Shell Shock Nam 67, which is a Vietnam game.
Oh, okay.
And you know, seeing all these Viet Cong running around.
Yeah.
At the time, at my house, I once had a big forest before we sold that half. And you know, I'd be working in the yard with my dad and my brother, and all of a sudden, I start out of the corner of my eye, I'd half expect to see Viet Cong soldiers
Dude, you're
running
having
around.
flashbacks.
Yes.
Flash forward.
I mean, let me be honest with you. It was like, I gotta put this game down. It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, I've
got
been
too
there.
realistic for me.
I've been there. That's crazy. Yeah. What about you? You have.
For me, it's a tie between Eternal Darkness and Phantasmagoria.
Eternal Darkness.
I was gonna, yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. Eternal Darkness, because she brought up earlier the whatever that was.
The sequel.
Yeah, Dark Descent. Yeah, that's what it was. But Eternal Darkness is the one that I always hear people talk about. Like,
Yeah, that was originally GameCube?
Yep.
yeah. But
It's
this is-
only GameCube, right?
Silicon Knights did it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's never been ported to anything else, right?
None.
How funny.
Yeah.
And didn't it mess with you in ways like didn't it do like Kojima type stuff?
Yeah,
Where
like
you-
psychometer and
erased
stuff,
and
yeah.
stuff?
Like every CRT has like the same volume, so they would turn the volume down.
Yes.
It would make you think the volume was getting turned down by itself, so you turn up the volume, the loud noise, like.
And then it would jump scare the shit out of you. Yeah, I remember playing that with a roommate, and I had never seen anything that fourth wall breaking to where
Yeah.
it did stuff where like it would reverse the controls on you, it would
Yeah.
switch the camera angles, and try to really make you think like, this is broken, like, what's
Yeah.
happening?
I'm going crazy.
Yeah, I'm going nuts.
Yes, I love it.
Oh, it was
You like
good.
that
Yeah.
game?
Can we say who you are, or should we keep your identity a secret?
You know you're fine. You can do that.
Okay, cool. We have permission.
Okay, one of our favorite, maybe my all-time favorite Twitter accounts
Yeah.
ever is YouTube thumbnails. Where it's the worst YouTube thumbnails that you can find. You've seen them where it's it's just the Fortnite logo and someone going. I hit my head as I said. Gave myself a concussion to show, but just those kind of terrible thumbnails, or like SpongeBob smokes weed. Terrible thumbnails. Are you one of the people responsible for that?
Yeah, I was one of the people that run the account right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of the only one that still uses it. Everyone
Oh, really? Yeah, I was gonna say there's been a lot less activity. So what's going on in the thumbnail verse?
I mean, you wouldn't think that an account that just posts thumbnails would have drama, but there has been a lot of
Really?
Right.
Oh, shit. Is that okay to
I don't
say that?
Like
Okay.
a lot of them are against me for some reason, so I don't care.
Yeah,
But
you got the login password, baby.
yeah. So we just kind of lost motivation over time, but every now and again I'll still see a thumbnail like, it's 2019, people had like 8 years to learn graphic design, and they're still making this still works.
Just terrible.
Yeah, it still works. Like you can tell that the thumbnail was the last process like an hour before they upload something.
Yeah.
Or just like, what's the topic? Fortnite? Oh, this frame is funny. Just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's so funny though, because your account, so again, this is a big Twitter account and they post these thumbnails. There were actually numerous videos that we did where we kept them in mind. Because we liked their account so much, we thought, okay, like we did a video that was there was a real horrible trend of YouTube pranks for a little while, where it was like, my best friend gets shot in the head prank, where he makes somebody think that his friend got shot in the head. I mean, it's just like, this is a low point.
I pour water on this woman while she's having lunch break.
Yeah, just stuff that was like, oh God. So we did one where, we made the guy think they cut his wiener off or whatever, and so we thought, and we actually worked on the video, and while we were on the set, we were going, okay, if we call it genital mutilation prank, you automatically see it and go, oh no, like you would get a reaction.
Yeah.
But if we have that title, like written in like, comic kind of font, and we were on the set, Derek had these big shears, like these giant scissors. We were like, hey, let's get a picture of you. And so we took one like with the scissors, like if you have that with genital mutilation prank, with you smiling with these giant scissors, I think YouTube thumbnails will definitely post that. Let's do it. Okay, we did it, and within 5 minutes of it going up, it was on the account. Yes!
As soon as we got that notification, we were like, post it right now.
We did it with that in mind. We were like, it's gotta make, if it doesn't make it on their account, we failed. Take the video down.
That made our day.
Awesome. Oh, that's great to hear.
A funnier thing was back when Royce was still doing like the podcast highlights.
Yeah.
Thumbnails was Garrett with like Trump supporter on his forehead.
Oh my God.
That,
I'm worried that image is going to resurface and like cause me problems later on.
if you want me to take it down.
No. I'm already fucked.
But no, like when it was shown to my subscription feed, it was just all your podcast highlights, and I was like, that needs to go.
The one that keeps resurfacing, that it wasn't one that we intentionally made, and this one I'm proud of because it wasn't intentional, there was one night where we were streaming on the podcast and just dancing and going crazy. And I must have really been going crazy because I stripped down to my boxers. I don't even remember doing that.
That's
I
a
don't.
good move.
I was just, I probably wouldn't do that now. But at the time it happened. Yeah, maybe. I mean, if it was hot, I guess.
I think I had a shotgun in my mouth.
Yeah, and we had a toy gun, and Garrett was he kept putting it in his mouth like, oh. So there's this. It wasn't on purpose. YouTube just gave it this thumbnail of Garrett with a shotgun in his mouth and me just in my boxers in the background like.
And someone's dancing with a skeleton off to the side.
Or something like that,
Derek's-
yeah. And so if you have no context for that video, it is horrific. It's like someone in their underwear and someone killing themselves. I mean, it's the worst thumbnail ever, but I think that got a lot of retweets on yours.
One thing we like to do is we like to balance like really absurdly made like thumbnails in 2019, but also bring back videos from like 2007 where no one could make custom thumbnails, so YouTube would just pick a frame.
Right.
And YouTube's frame picking system, like I don't know how, like they would choose just the worst frames.
Yeah.
They just struck gold.
I think my vote for the worst thumbnails now in modern YouTube is, I don't know if anyone here subscribes to the Try Guys, but there's one guy on there that I think every thumbnail they try to make his mouth a little bigger. Like every thumbnail is like...
He can't open his mouth any wider. I mean, think it's humanly
they are
possible.
definitely photoshopping it now.
They are.
Where it's like, oh, I tried every food at Little Caesars. It's like
Jaw's broken.
It's like snake style, like unhinging his jaw, like. like it is, like it's like It, that movie It
Yeah.
or something. Like you see the
swallow
fucking
it.
lights. Anyway.
You know, I think our genital mutilation prank video got demonetized just based on the title alone.
You know what?
I
don't
that's
know
real
if it did.
Really?
I think the whole YouTube monetization, like, you know, we're demonetizing videos with inappropriate whatever, makes no sense.
Yeah.
They demonetized our Dragon Ball video, our Frieza Saga video, which is family friendly. There's nothing,
Yeah.
you know, but it was like, well, our algorithm picked up a lot of yelling.
They're
You can't
listening-
yell?
Yeah.
It's Dragon Ball! Like, you want us to, all right, I'm gonna power up. Sorry, I can't yell, we'll get demonetized. Okay, I'm powered up now. You know, it's like, what do you want? But we fought that and we won. We got that.
Yeah.
But then we have a video called Genital Mutilation Prank, and
that's
nothing
fun.
picked that up. It was like, oh, what's a prank? It must be fun. One thing that we really had, sorry, I realize this is not related to scary anything. It was scary for us.
We'll get back to
Channel.
the fear.
But the weirdest thing we had to fight on YouTube was our account got a major strike on it it was my personal account.
Right.
I had a video uploaded on there called like sex tape or whatever, but that was just the title. It was Sean he had a series he was doing called Shawname, where he watched anime, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And just as a prank, like Eric ran in when he was recording it and just wrestled him on the set. Just like Sean was wrapping up the episode and didn't know how to end it, so Eric, without warning him, just ran on and like tackled him. And I came in with the camera. I just walked in just as that was happening, and so it's just these two guys wrestling each other, and it's just me. I'm just filming them going World Star, World Star, and I uploaded it as sex tape just because I thought it'd be funny. You know, they're just all over each other, and I was like, whatever. It was a dumb joke.
Yeah.
And I logged into my account one day and it was just like, you're gonna have to write a letter explaining why you feel like you should keep your YouTube channel and da-da-da-da. This is not within our parameters of content to have sexual, da-da-da. It's like, oh no, it was a joke. I didn't mean to do that. And I had to explain this whole thing about how that was not really what it was. It was just a dumb title and yeah, we had to go through a ton. We had to like get our
Jump through hoops.
Yeah, we had to get like our YouTube network involved and like vouch for us. It was like terrible.
Did they watch the video?
Yeah, that's just it. And so they did. And so eventually they said, okay, you're right, but they won't monetize that video. And there's like a whole bunch of like, it's like age gated and all this stuff, and they won't relinquish that. And it's like it's not, you know, I can retitle it. I don't care,
Right.
but too late. Anyway.
I got some age-gated videos on my personal channel.
Oh yeah.
But they usually involve my feet.
Yeah,
So I get it.
There was one video, I think I helped you film one at the
Yeah.
office, that he just wanted to put up a gross video. So it was just his foot like stomping down on the trash and stuff.
Well,
Like it's just like,
I had kind of realized, like, hey, there's all these weird fetish communities that are getting away with uploading their content on YouTube because it doesn't have any nudity in it. It's just weird, like, and I found this whole thing about people wearing shoes and socks for months without washing, and then like peeling it all off.
Yeah.
So I was trying to fake one of those videos, and I wrote like 42 months unwashed socks and boots. And I'm like, I'm just taking that day, you know, I took a shower the night before, but I took my boots off and real slow and then pulled my socks down, but then I just started, like sticking my toe in hot sauce in the trash and like knocking over our office trash with my feet.
Yeah.
That one got age-gated.
Sorry.
Yeah, what happens?
Yeah, the weirdest thing like that I found was there was a whole series of videos of like wearing jeans in the shower.
Yeah.
And there was one where it was like, got a crisp new pair of jeans, time to take a shower. And they went into the shower, but they were dressed like they had the jeans and a black turtleneck. And all the comments were like, "Oh, it's fucking Steve Jobs!" And that cracked me up. He was dressed just like Steve Jobs. I expected him to go, and I've got the iPod right here.
Pull it out of my pocket. And it's waterproof.
Yeah. See, then I would have got off on it, but he didn't do that. So.
Oh yeah, you're apple cupped.
Yeah, very.
You're into that
very much. No, anyway, I would have liked it if it was an Android phone.
Okay.
It would have been a good video. No, but anyway, what were we talking about? Okay, so but scary shit. Wait, did you have a? Yeah.
Clock Tower.
Clock Tower? Yeah.
Clock Tower?
I know a lot of people have said Clock Tower. Isn't the guy, I haven't played it, but the guy with scissors or something?
Big scissors, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
Yeah, I know a lot of
Fatal,
people.
someone said Fatal Frame earlier and Clock
Yeah.
Tower. Yeah, those like remind me of each other in that I need to play them and I haven't yet.
Yeah. I just remember I'd never played any Fatal Frame before, and then Nintendo like gave me a code or something to like, hey, you want to play it on Wii U? Here it is. And I was like, oh, that's cool. What's that?
It was a demo. It was a long demo.
Oh yeah. Well, I think they gave. Yeah, they gave me the full game.
The full code.
And I was like, oh, cool. But then like they gave me all these other codes, and I was like, what is this? And they're like, it was like sexy costumes. That was it. I'm like, is this game supposed to be scary? It was like, oh, Samus outfit.
Resident Evil would do that too, though, where
Yeah.
like after you beat the game, you get the closet key, and
Yeah.
then you could like put Jill in like a sexy,
Yeah.
or like Rebecca in a French maid's outfit.
Yeah,
in Zero.
It's a little less scary.
Yeah.
Situation. But that was the only one I ever had.
I don't know. Yeah. More scary. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, RE7.
Resident Evil
He played it in
7.
VR.
Yeah, I did.
I can't do that.
I did my whole run through Resident Evil 7 in VR, and I think it ruined me because I have trouble going back and playing it again in first person mode. But that honorable mention for really taking the horror element of that franchise, because the Resident Evil
Yeah.
franchise has gotten so splintered and
Yeah.
just turned into an action franchise in reality. So 7 went right back to those horror roots
Yeah.
in this new format by
Yeah, that
throwing
was
it
cool.
in VR. I really appreciated that.
Yeah, that was awesome. Okay, so real quick.
Yeah.
So what? Okay, that's scary game.
That's games. We covered
What
games.
what is the scariest movie? I
I
was hearing voices back there. That was scary.
we could be haunted right now.
thought that was-
Someone brought us water though. While
Yeah,
we were looking.
that was cool.
That was a ghost.
Yeah, that was a good.
She did not exist
No.
in this room. That was a full specter apparition.
Don't drink that.
I'm not. Is that
But I'm so thirsty. Who saw The Leftovers? Anybody watch that show?
Is that scary?
One person.
Yeah,
You
one.
get that reference at all? Okay. But I'm so thirsty.
Hey, in
When you
case-
watch that show, you'll laugh so hard that I
In
did.
case you missed the reference.
Anyway, scariest movie. What's the scariest movie?
For me.
Not your favorite scary
No.
movie. What you think is the scariest?
But like something happened to me again with Resident Evil. It was like
Yeah.
set and setting.
Yeah.
Set and setting for The Exorcist.
Oh, really?
Was
Did you watch it in the church or something?
terrifying. No, I rented it. It's back in the banana video days.
Of course he brings it. Every story about a movie, he brings up that he used to go to a place in his childhood called Banana Video.
It's the
No
goofiest
matter what,
name.
it's like 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Like you bring up movies and well, I went to Banana Video. It's like
It's a big part of my childhood. I love banana video.
Banana Video.
Rent 2, get 1 free.
Yeah.
Every 3 days.
No Blockbuster, but Banana Video.
But
yeah.
I rented and watched, this is back when I still lived at home, I was in high school. I watched The Exorcist, which is a pretty out there, there are some lines and some scenes in that movie that are fucking crazy for 1979 or whenever it was released. So I had just finished it and I'm a little shell-shocked going like, oh my God, I don't want to get possessed by a demon.
Yeah.
And then my parents, which was a very typical thing, they'd be like, hey, Garrett, we forgot to lock the gate, go lock the gate. It's like, no, it's like midnight, and it's dark outside, and the gate's like all the way down, like 150 feet down the driveway. I'm not gonna go. No, go out, we need you to lock the gate, go lock the gate. So I remember, I have this memory of the longest 150 feet down the driveway.
Yeah.
Like every step, did I hear something in the bushes? And I was freaking myself out at this point. I'm gonna possess myself. The demon's gonna know I'm scared, and it's gonna see that as weakness and jump into my soul. And I made it to the end of the driveway to lock the gate. And at the end of the driveway, that's where the neighbor's house was. But it turns into a kind of a sexy story.
Oh, cool. That's all good stories, dude.
The neighbors had their window open and I could hear them banging.
Oh!
And that was being young and never hearing real sex going on.
That sounds terrifying.
Because I'm just thinking Pazuzu's gonna get me. But then I got to the end of the driveway and
Someone's getting possessed.
I hear and moaning, and I was just like, holy shit, I'm not supposed to hear this.
Oh no.
The neighbors don't want me to hear this. And I gotta lock the gate, which makes noise, you know, like when you're chaining the gate up and everything. So I, like, as fast as I could, like, made all this noise, and the pounding stopped. And the moaning stopped, and I wasn't scared of the demon anymore as I ran back to the house.
Oh, that's good.
But to this day, like, The Exorcist still sits as, like, highest level scariest film for me. Because I love monster movies, because I love the special effects and the monster makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing that really fucks with me is, like, I don't know about ghosts and demons and shit. Like, that could be real. I don't know.
Have you seen Veronica?
Veronica?
It's on Netflix.
No.
No, is
I'll
that
check
new
that
or
out.
something?
It's like a true story.
Because
Oh, okay.
It got like a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
Kevin convinced me, which second place runner-up, Kevin convinced me to watch the, now I can't think of the name. What are the Paranormal Activity movies?
Yeah.
When the fucking hoof print is showing up in the powder that the guy put, I'm like, all right, I'm done. There's a hoof print in the dust. There's demons here. They got hooves. That really Paranormal Activity got me. But do you have?
I don't have any like crazy story like that. I think for me, like my favorite, I'm not a big scary movie guy, but my favorite, just for the same as Resident Evil 4, is my favorite's The Shining, because it's about atmosphere. Yeah. It's about like it feels like a real place you could go. You know what I mean? It's all about that creepy mystique and stuff. So that's my favorite. But the movie that scared me the most, and I don't know why, and maybe I will when I bring this up. Maybe I'm hoping other people will go, oh, I went through that too. When I was a kid and we rented that movie, The Witches of
Eastwick?
Yeah, and they all transform at one point. Remember, they all like lock the door and all the women transform into witches? And
then it's just called Witches with Angelica Houston.
And then
just witches.
Yeah, is that what it is? Just witches.
Yep.
And then don't they turn a kid into a mouse too? It was like I had sleep paralysis. I was watching that movie and it scared me so bad, but I couldn't get up. I was just like I could as a kid. It was like I thought that movie would be like fun and pleasant, and I was like in bed watching it, and it was like, get me out of this room! I couldn't be there anymore.
Yeah,
it terrified me. I don't know why. Did anybody else get scared by that movie? Okay, a couple people. Thank God. I didn't want to be alone on that. Did you have one? What did you think?
Oh no, I was just agreeing with you. The
Oh, okay. Well, behind you, someone behind you. I wasn't even talking to you. Shut up! Come on.
It's kind of terrifying, but have you ever seen? It's on Netflix also. It's under the horror categories. It's called VHS. And it's like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, was that any good? I always see
The first one's good.
Oh really?
Oh my god! Yeah,
Was that a foreign movie?
Yeah.
Or it was.
it's a compilation film.
It's a compilation, so they find tapes in this old house and they put them in.
Right. And it's like 3 shorts, right?
Yep.
It's like 3 or 4.
Oh, I didn't know it was like that.
It's part of the trilogy, and then they have the third one, which goes to your YouTube realm.
Yes.
So now it's YouTube videos that are shown, and then it's actually happening in real time.
Do they show the guy taking a shower in his brand new blue jeans?
Is that up there?
Those are brand new jeans. That's terrifying.
They were diesels.
They're not cheap.
No.
Did you have one? What did you think?
I've heard about some films over in Europe that are very creepy. Like there was one film that was made in Italy that depicted cannibalism.
Oh,
and the scenes
you're talking to a cannibal, Ferox cannibal Holocaust expert right now.
Yeah, I think so. Because the cannibalism in that film was so graphic and so realistic that the Italian police had to be called to investigate.
The Yanomame. And he's referring to the video nasties era of Italian gore films that were all getting banned in Europe, in the UK.
Yeah.
When the video VHS revolution kind of hit, it was this new frontier of like anyone could open up a VHS rental store, like Banana Video. And there were all these booming businesses going around, but there was no regulation for what videos could be rented. And there was only so many motion pictures back then. It's not like today where there's like new movies all the time. So people started getting licenses and putting out on VHS like all these indie movies. And that's where you get like some of the schlocky trash from the 80s. But it's so good, some of it, because it's totally unregulated and unrated. And these cannibal movies were coming out and people thought they were real. Like it depicted such realistic graphics. And it was VHS, so the quality wasn't real good. So you couldn't really see the wires or see the special effect. Like it was fuzzy and it looked real enough to where people are calling the police like, I just rented a snuff movie. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I heard about that. I've never seen any of that stuff though.
Come over to my house.
That guy's name? He's in Inglourious Bastards. He does those movies.
Oh, Eli Roth is making
Oh, yeah.
he did that Green Inferno.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
Is his stuff good? I don't.
I don't like
Yeah.
Hostel.
Yeah, I just always feel like when I hear about it, it's kind of like, I don't know if I want to see that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not the biggest gore guy.
The Brave Little Toaster.
The Brave Little Toaster.
Oh, yeah! The Brave Little Toaster! Yes, when that air conditioner is dying, that part scared me. Like, it was like freaking out. And then there's also, he has the dream with the clown over the bathtub, and he goes like, run. Right? Yeah. Terrified me. What are some other things that are in movies that shouldn't be scary that scared the hell out of you as a kid? Oh, I'm gonna say a big one. A bunch of people are probably gonna put their hands down after this. The shoe getting put in the dip in Roger Rabbit, right?
Yeah.
Right? Thank you. That's the quintessential one, right?
Large Marge from Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, Large Marge. Large Marge.
And it's claymation.
Yeah, Large Marge. That was, I couldn't watch that.
I will say in the Never-Ending Story, when you see the nothing and it's that wolf and you're just paralyzed, like as a kid, that was too much for me.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in that movie that was too much for me.
Yeah.
Even the rock guy talking and it was like overwhelming. I was like, I gotta like back away.
These hands.
Yeah.
It's like sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got another one.
Yeah.
What about the laughing deer head in Evil Dead 2?
Oh, yeah.
That was just
See, I didn't see that until way later, so I never experienced that.
Maniacal deer on the wall.
Yeah, just laughing at poor Ash and just, and it's like, Ash like falls into the chair and he hears this weird sound and looks up and this deer head just turns around and starts laughing at him. And then the lamp laughs and everything's
Yeah, it doesn't sound like something I want to
see. But Evil Dead 2 had this, like Sam Raimi turned it into like splat stick, where it became funny as the bit goes on.
The first one's more horror.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? I did see, I keep on forgetting, but now I've seen them all, because I saw them all in theaters, because they did like midnight movies or whatever.
Did you see the reboot that came out a few years back?
No, I never did.
I never did.
Was it?
It's fine.
There's some people specifically in our fan base. Lovable Bill has died to get me to see that Evil Dead reboot.
Yeah, I kind of just forgot it existed.
Yeah.
Huh.
One of these days. But like, horror movies that are released today very rarely like scare me, like actually get me.
Do you have John Wick over here? Did he?
Yeah, there's.
Sorry, is that what? Did we have a debate earlier? What?
Well,
I went with John Wick. I went with John Wick.
There's this Australian film in 2008 called Lake Mungo. It's pretty obscure, but it's done in a documentary style, and there's no jump scares or anything, but it is horrifying.
Really?
So, yeah, it's
Lake Mungo.
Yeah, Lake Mungo.
We'll look that up.
Yeah, it's a real place.
If it doesn't have jump scares, I'm in.
Yeah,
That's like my only barrier. Seriously, like shit that jumps out, can't do it. Everything else, I'm good. Yeah, creep me out. Don't jump out, you know?
Did Blair Witch mess y'all up?
Blair Witch, I gotta give them an honorable mention because at the time,
I was 14.
yeah,
14 fucked me up.
We were young enough to still believe like the marketing for that movie was genius.
I went camping at 14.
That's
so I was
that's
like,
the only thing that bummed me out. I saw it for the first time within the last year, and it was like I should have seen that earlier.
It was perfect for me because my friends all said like, "Hey, we've got to go see this movie." They found this footage and like made it into a movie, and we got to go see it.
Yeah.
And I went like opening weekend to the theater and was sitting there going, "There's no way this is real." And then by the end, I was like, "I'm never going in the woods ever again." Like he's standing in the corner, I'm out.
Yeah.
With the hands on the tent and everything. Oh, yeah, that one really got me.
People give a shit about it.
No.
Thank you for the time.
That was pretty brilliant. No, that was pretty brilliant.
And I will defend Blair Witch 2, which takes a totally different. Yes, because
I've never heard anyone say that.
But
Kevin is thumbs downing as hard as he can right now.
not as a horror film, but as a perfect snapshot of like 90s sequel. It's got like Marilyn Manson on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
All the kids are like edgy goth kids, fucking drinking in the woods. We're gonna party at this cabin house or whatever. it's got like an actual story, and it's shot like, you know, it's shot like Can't Hardly Wait. It's not shot like.
I didn't know that. See, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
The
it's
third one is even worse.
Really?
But that one, yeah, the second one is not a found footage film, not first person. It is a
Really?
Yep.
They didn't even try.
It's like a 90s movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Blair Witch exists within that universe of Blair Witch 2.
Yeah. The main character's like trying to cash in on tourism to
Yeah.
the Blair Woods
Yeah.
because of the first movie come out, and now
Yeah.
he sells those little wicker statues and everything.
Damn, man.
But then the legend becomes real.
Was it one of the characters from Burn Notice in Blair Witch?
I think, was it like the goth girl?
No, it was the main guy, the guy that was recording everything or something.
Oh,
like that.
okay. I missed Burn Notice.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
see
sorry.
that. What would you say is the scariest scene in any movie? Because there's one that always pops into my head. When I think of like a scary scene, like, wow, that was directed and like done like that, I think that's the scariest scene I've ever seen. I get sometimes laughed at when I say this, but I legitimately think, say what you want about the guy, I know, love him or hate him, M. Night Shyamalan, that scene where the alien walks by the kid's birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, say whatever you want about M. Night Shyamalan, but that part is fucking creepy.
Because they're watching
right?
it on the news, right?
Yeah. I remember sitting there in the theater with Sean, I was like, that was one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
It gave me chills.
They did such a good job with that part. Say whatever you want about the rest of his library.
You're
or the
watching-
happening in the trees and all that.
You're watching like a CG alien, but
Yeah.
it's through the lens of found TV footage
Yeah.
that's being shown on the news,
Yeah.
on a TV. So there's so many layers of it that it looked so real.
Yeah, and it's so funny because that was such an effective part, and I remember seeing the happening years later, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is turning out so good. And then they get to a part in there's a part where people are watching something on the news. They're like, whoa, people are like, things are going crazy, you know, and they're like, check out what happened at this zoo. Something horrible happened at this zoo, and people are gathering around someone's phone to watch it, and I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna do that again. Like, he did such a good job showing something through the lens of found footage, news, whatever, that I'm like, this part will probably be really cool, like really. And it's just like a badly filmed, it's a zookeeper like lost his arm and there's just like fake blood spraying everywhere and he's going, oh no, my arm, oh no. And I'm like, is M. Night okay? Like, that it was so badly done. It looked like a sketch we would have done. Yeah. Oh no, my arm. I wish the lion wouldn't have bit that off. Oh man, where's my arm? It was like, oh.
That movie had moments.
We just looked at each other like, well, this is over. And we're 20 minutes into this movie. And
who else was? Jean-Luc Leguizamo was in that too?
Yeah.
Or The Happening.
The Happening, yeah. I just remember, the only other thing I remember from that movie is an old woman goes, why are you eyeing my lemon drink?
Oh yeah.
Like,
lemon drink?
Why didn't you just say lemonade? and then a guy, like they're packing and the old man goes, I don't know, I packed lots of hot dogs. You know, hot dogs is really underrated food. Lots of protein, good shape.
Those stick out to you?
Yeah, it was like old people describing food.
Mark Wahlberg talking to a tree?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's always what I remember, is him talking to like a plastic fern.
Yeah.
And then
hey, don't worry, we're gonna be out of here in 2 seconds. What? Oh, it's plastic.
I
forgot about that.
I remember someone laying down in front of a lawnmower.
Oh
and
yeah.
it runs him over.
That was a stupid movie.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh yeah.
I like on the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kurt Russell.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
When the doctor's giving him the paddles.
Yes.
Hands go through.
Hands go right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That movie I'd never seen at all, and then they did a midnight movie thing in San Diego where they were gonna play it, and it was like, I don't care about that. And then at the last second, I had nothing else going on. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's go. That was the best thing I'd ever. Oh my god! I was just in the theater like I'd never watched that before. Like that was like 10 out of 10. Well, that's one of the best movies ever.
Practical effects.
Yeah.
It's the epitome of practical effects, and that to me has my favorite type of ending that you could ever do. Like that movie wraps up beautifully. I love a good story that has mystery to it, but they wrap everything up except they leave one thing to bother you. That's my favorite type of ending. Like they're looking at each other like, what do we do? What if it's one of us? Well, I guess we stay here all night. And you never know, and I love that. I love that. That was
theory crafting.
Yeah.
Oh, he drank gasoline. He put gasoline in that alcohol bottle. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, the big theory happening with the thing now, I don't know if you know about this, is that someone realized that the way the cinematographer did the movie is they go, oh, anytime it's, is that there's light on the people who are...
It's like a shine, if there's no light in their eyes, then that...
You can see a lot in that movie. It's like a reflection.
Yeah, they light everyone's face in a certain way,
Yeah.
but then certain people aren't lit over their face, and that's always who ends up being like
Really?
a thing. Yeah.
Wilford
and so
Brimley.
in that last scene, in that last scene, someone pointed out like, hey, one of them is kind of in darkness during that. So does that answer it?
Ah.
And then the guy, the cinematographer, was like, oh, no, it doesn't. And I'm like, I guess you have to believe him to a point, but I'm also like, I think we caught you.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hey, and back to games, I will say that the PlayStation 2, The Thing, was a fabulous horror game and like a great sequel to that movie.
Yeah.
Because you would go back and revisit all the places from that first outpost and find those tapes that were made by McMurphy and everything. And that game had this like psychological aspect to it where you had to keep your team from going nuts. Because if there were like monsters or you were shooting things, your other compatriots would start to freak out and you'd have to divvy out like injections and adrenaline and like keep everyone calm or they'd freak out.
Yeah.
That was an interesting game, underrated video game.
That's one thing that video games can do that is really cool, that to let you explore worlds you've always wanted to.
Yeah.
And there's some games that are better just because they let you do that. Like, you know, one of my favorite shows ever was Lost.
Right.
Terrible video game. They did a terrible video game of it. But I liked playing it because it was like,
It's not bad, though.
explore the island, go down into the hatch, look around. I was like, this is cool. This was kind of worth, well, not really worth the money, but I think we got it for free, so that was good. But, you know, getting to explore that. A game to me that elevated it because of that was like the South Park game. Stick of Truth. It was like, whoa, I'm going into all the, you know, it was like to explore that was really, really cool.
I'm in Tom's rhinoplasty.
Yeah, exactly. But there's some games every now and then that let you do something like that, and it's just like, whoa, like that's really cool.
How about Simpsons Hit and Run? That was a pretty good one.
Oh,
you got
yeah.
to go around in Springfield.
Yeah,
right?
Simpsons Hit and Run. That's
See
one.
the city.
Did that get a re-release?
There's
They're trying
news.
to? Yeah, because I thought somebody was talking about
Yeah, I
that.
saw something recently about that getting.
Yeah.
What's up?
Alien Isolation.
Yes. Alien Isolation was a good one. Yeah.
With the Kinect or the PS camera.
The headset or?
When sound goes off in the background, it attracts the alien to your location. So if you have a house with kids, dogs, a wife, anything,
Yeah, the
and
mic picked
you're
up sound.
feeling all quiet and all
I didn't know that.
screaming for dad, and then monsters.
So, if you have a PlayStation camera hooked up to your PlayStation when you're playing that game, the sound
Yeah, the sound in your room could alert
it'll
the...
bring the Xenomorph
Well, that makes
to
sense
you.
why we kept losing at it, because we streamed it that one time.
And we were screaming.
And we're all going, oh my god, don't go in there! Why does it keep getting us? Now we
When
know.
you're quiet, it doesn't track.
Well, I can't be quiet during that game. It's an impossible game.
That game eventually got VR support too, for, I think maybe only on PC.
I think only on PC.
Yeah.
That would,
Well, I wouldn't have played it on
Yeah.
PlayStation anyway. Oh my god.
yeah, I would try that.
Well, we have a few minutes left. I know this was kind of a random panel, but we just kind of wanted to shoot the shit for a little
It
bit.
was it
Our-
mischievous? Okay,
our,
good.
our actual like real main panel will be tomorrow. I think at 1, I think.
When you get out that
Something like
schedule.
Check the itinerary.
Let's get it
But
out.
I think at 1, and we'll show like videos and stuff, like an actual panel that we do.
1 to 2.
But and then we'll have I think we have like some signings and stuff like that, whatever. And then we're doing a podcast on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do something different. But tonight, again, we had no idea what this was, so we just decided
It was a night of mischief.
to come and talk.
I might turn a bunch of these chairs upside down before I leave.
Yeah, we'll do some crime before we leave.
Yeah.
So just to live up to it.
Not like
But,
a felony or anything, don't worry.
we have a few minutes left though. Did anybody have like, you know, sometimes we'll do Q&A and stuff. Did anybody have any questions
Open
or anything
forum,
about
AMA.
Mega 64 or about anything else, or just wanted to say something, or just had nothing? I mean, yeah.
Did you read the description for your panel for today?
No. No, I haven't looked at the website at all. Oh.
All the lyrics to the worst witch song, it's encouraging.
What?
Yes.
That's the description?
It's the entire description is the lyrics. To, you know.
Who wrote this? Like, what is this?
I think Ryan is playing a prank on us.
Yeah.
Ryan invited us to his con, and he must know our content.
But we haven't
so
seen
well.
him this whole time. He's hiding.
Dude, he might.
He's asleep. He's upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's healing, I heard.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
So we're gonna get our Untitled Goose Game video.
Oh. You know, I just can't. I don't feel right about doing it until they title it. And it's just kind of like I'm not. Why would I? It's unfinished product. Why would I contribute to it?
Oh yeah, it's got a weird Japanese title.
Yeah, here comes Mr. Mischievous Goose, I think.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
We thought it should have been called Uncharted Goose Game. That way, there's like a. I don't know. Kevin wrote that. I know it's not.
I didn't write that.
Yeah, but come on, take credit for it.
I didn't say a word.
Come on, Kevin.
I thought it was good. It's better than Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Duty.
You want to know the worst pitch that I ever gave these guys
Oh yeah.
on creating a video game skit?
Yeah, there was one day we were running, we were trying to come up with a video idea, and we were just dying. It was like, man, we're all just tapped out. This was like a decade ago.
And this is like new Garrett. Like I had been around long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, what if you guys are like sitting around trying to think of a video to write, and like your phone rings, and like you answer it, and it's just like you take the phone up and you just hear.
And as he's saying this, I'm thinking he's gonna say Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, and I'm like, and as soon as he said that, we were like, all right, adjourned, goodbye.
Do we want to be
We all
friends with
went
this guy
home.
anymore?
We were all just like, today's a wash. Let's go.
I still am a little embarrassed that I pitched that.
That's okay.
But you know, you throw everything against the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah, the duty didn't stick.
What's
Well,
up?
not necessarily a question, but
Yeah.
since y'all are YouTube stars, I'm sure you guys have probably heard of the creepy YouTube videos.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Tara the singing android, the goddess bunny, all that crazy
Oh, like
stuff.
the creepypasta stuff? Like
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
yeah. I mean, there was this one dude named that I used to watch videos named Andros Enigma X, who used to make a lot of creepy ghost videos that were very, very, very convincing.
Convincing, but
Yes.
he was staging it.
No.
Oh, they're real ghosts?
Real, yes, real.
Oh.
I'm finding this channel tonight.
Andros Enigma X. I think that's my dad's screen name, so it might be him.
He doesn't make videos
It might just be him.
anymore, but
Oh,
he used
okay.
to make a lot
Are
of
there any videos of him talking about the Beatles? Because I think that's my dad. No.
Yeah.
Kevin, you're sharing a room with Slender Man tonight.
Oh.
Watch out.
Anybody else? Did anybody else? Yeah.
When you guys did the Merchant Resident Evil 4 video back
Yeah.
in the day, did you really get arrested?
It wasn't actually an arrest. It was just.
It was a detainment.
They boxed us in with 5 cop cars, and they had like tasers and all kinds of stuff.
They had their
ready.
hands on their guns, like ready.
And then they investigated. They looked in everything, and they patted everyone down but me. And I had all the gear on.
Yeah.
And I was still wired for sound. Like I was miking the whole thing. I was recording the whole incident.
That's why we have the whole like.
Yeah, we have all the
aftermath
audio
video.
from it. And we've never put that on our YouTube channel.
We haven't?
No, it's on like a DVD, but we should put that on YouTube.
So the cops then proceeded to berate us and kind of like make fun of us.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Garrett, you get a nose job, son? What?
Yeah.
No? I don't know. It looks a little crooked here in your driver's license.
Yeah.
Looks a little straighter now.
Yeah, they were like giving us commentary.
Sorry?
Because
They were roasting us.
I think they knew they had like power over us because we were in such a ridiculous state that they were just like, these guys, come on. And I was just gonna say real quick, they said, yeah, they were like, you're lucky. We got brand new tasers like this week, and everyone was itching to use them, so it's good we didn't. And I said, and yeah, they said that, and then I just paused and I went, hey, I'm being serious. Go ahead and use them. If we can film it for a video, that'd be awesome.
Do it.
Do it. And all these cops looked at each other for a minute. That video can't exist. No. It's like, damn it. It would have been funny. I think it would have been funny. I don't know, but then again, I don't want to be tased. So.
Also, I love that Metal Gear 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I do agree with Derek. It should have got way more views than
Yes.
it did. Like I'm blown away by it.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's really cool how y'all did it with hardly anything.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't he piss his pants?
Yeah. Why didn't you really piss your pants?
Because I didn't need to.
Nah, it would have been funny.
It would have been an awesome story.
Because if I pissed my pants or not, you wouldn't have known. It was all rigged up to look like piss, and it would have looked the same either way.
Behind the scenes. Yeah, I rigged it up, and I thought the whole time, hopefully I could just convince him to really pee.
Sean really wanted me to pee myself.
We had a whole talk about it when you weren't there.
I'm like, hey, you could just put some water in my pants. That's all good.
Nah, dude.
I don't want to piss myself.
No, for real though. When you do the bazooka and it hits her in the head.
Yeah.
How hard did you throw that? Is it just
Well, you know, Mariel's a dear friend of ours.
Yeah, so he was gently throwing it.
I didn't want to hurt her.
It didn't look that good, and she was like, "Oh, this is Nerf. Just hit me."
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
It's Nerf or nothing, baby. And I Heisman'd that. Is that the right term? I don't know. I threw it as hard as I could, and it really. I mean, we had a little sound effect there.
Something that I really enjoy is that we have people in our videos who are just our friends, and we absolutely waste them in our video. Like Mariel, just her game. She worked on Indivisible, that game that just came out. She, did so much art and animation and character, and I mean, she's really like a driving force behind that game. And then she comes to our studio, and it's like, all right, we're gonna hit you with a Nerf football, and okay, now we're gonna smear blood all over you, and then we're gonna hit you with smoke and all. I mean, it's just like Tyson, her husband, is in our Cell Saga video. He's Android 16. And he directed the Sonic Mania intro.
Prolific
and
animator,
yeah, fantastic artist, and he's done it all. And then he's in our video, and it's like, oh, I'm going to blow up and finally end it. Like we blow him up, and it's like, what a waste of him being. Oh, I love nature, and then he's off camera. It's like, why was he in? What's that?
Oh, the little mini Jeep and the.
Which was it? The Cell or was it Frieza, where you did the miniature and you had a firecracker?
Oh yeah, that's the Cell Saga. Yeah, they all blew up.
This is in my backyard. We shoved a firecracker in Krillin.
Yeah. Well, that was Frieza. So we did it in both.
I think we've done a couple. We've blown up a couple figures for the Dragon Ball video.
Yeah, that's always fun. Well, anyway, I think we might be at the end of our time.
But
thank you everybody for coming. And like I said, our main panel. Thank you. Our main panel will be tomorrow.
Yes. I was going to say, stick around tonight. There's a YouTube poop panel going on.
There is a YouTube
We're going to go
poop
check
panel.
it out next door.
I've been told some YouTube poops were made of my Pizza Day video from...
Where you fart into space?
Yeah.
Cool.
So hopefully we'll see that.
Should we end it with a little worst witch to play us out?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
We thank you for coming.